is this place? Wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Chargers at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Chargers 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Jarrett, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Silverman. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more,
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
They're going to try and throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Gets past one man. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now here's a throw, right side, taken in by his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Off play action. Silverman. It's caught by Davis.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Silverman. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. On 4th down, Silverman. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown! From 21 yards away. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first and 10, Silverman. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 21 yards away.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, they'll throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Hands it off out of the gun. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's caught. Baldwin. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A gain of 3, second down. Operating from the gun, Silverman. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Silverman finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, Silverman. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Silverman. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Silverman throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, Jarrett. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
First down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
They had a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll run on 1st down. Jarrett to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Off the play fake. Silverman going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Silverman. They will find Davis. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Looking to throw. Silverman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts